Hello, my name is Shadley. Welcome back for another episode of EU4 as Jerusalem. In previous episodes, we declared another war against Ottomans, and Ottomans have been sieged down. We'll be taking we'll be taking the two states over here in the south from them in this war, plus a bit of money and all that. Trying to manage the overextension to at least some degree. We've got a bit of troops going to Kars. I think they might be going through here somewhere. Maybe we'll send one army over there, and the other army can stay in the vicinity. We'll actually want to go ahead and upgrade this fort while we can. That province is going to be switching hands soon enough. Oh, looks like Circata has actually gained a bit... Oh, no, no. Hold on a minute, they didn't have this. It could be that since they are a tributary of Russia, Russia may have gifted that to them. No, but Imereti is now allied to Russia again. Okay, that's unfortunate. We might not be able to do the proxy wars through there this time around, at least. Well, not yet. There we go. I've got another core done. So the overextension is going to be even less of a problem. Now, of course, Ottomans are not willing to take the peace deal yet. Now, of course, if we were not taking the money, we'd be a little bit closer, but still quite far away. Oh, there's an army. Okay, I think it's time to start heading out into the east here. Figure out where exactly their armies are, because if we all look at the troop numbers, they don't have too much. They've got like 40 to 50,000 total. We can just chase after that one. Oh, alright, fighting the Russians, so that's fine. So Ajam's capital is... Actually, where is it? Oh, in Com. Ah. Right. Could become the Defender of Fate once again. Although, I think one of the things that we should do is get another state house. Road could be quite handy. Wait, does the state house not even take... Oh, it doesn't take the bill slot either. Alright then, well that's made life a lot easier then. In trying to reduce the governing costs. You know, it does cost a while, or cost a decent bit, and it takes a while to build, but it's not the end of the world. Let's go ahead and start sieging down some of the territories in Ajam. Maybe we can force that out of the war sooner. I mean, would they take a peace deal yet? No, not yet. Not yet. So that is mountains. We've got the numbers advantage though, so we'll probably go in there. Got fairly good movement speed as well on the army. So we should be able to catch that. They'll try to run. You can't hide. Although the terrain penalty for us is pretty rough, but we did win that battle. Probably took a bit more casualties than they did, but regardless. It's a victory. That's what counts. It's got pretty decent income. I mean, we're hopefully increasing it a bit further over time here. Regional nobility challenge Jerusalem. And crush them, give them more local authority. Crusade gets powerful noble until... Okay, that's 20 years. That's not the end of the world. We can take that one. Nobility is going to be happy at least. So after the war, we can actually see some more lands. Counts to 80%, well, close to 80% crown lands at least. Let's go to Ardabil with the army. I don't suspect that that's going to be much of a problem. So Ajam, are you still... You still don't want to take a peace deal? Who are your allies anyway? Ottomans, Mamluks and Gujarat. Okay, so I could maybe try and force you out of the alliances with Mamluks and Ottomans. Or maybe at least Mamluks, because that's going to be the next war, and I'd rather not go over here sieging down every war. Not until we've got a bit more land in Iraq and all that. Well, modern day Iraq. Oh, we did actually manage to reduce the governing capacity. Oh yeah, we did. Well, cost of governing quite a bit in there. Oh, now we can see what's the situation in China. There is still Ming. Is Ming the emperor? Ming is... No. Oh, yeah, Ming is the emperor, actually. But they are quite a bit weaker. Wu over here in the south. So basically, there's been a usual Ming explosion. I remember back in the day when that wasn't the case most of the time. Japan's formed. There's still a little bit of... Oh. Right, that was probably released due to a peace deal with Wu. Alright then. That's another nation over here. In Hokkaido and all that. But yeah, we can at least see a little bit of a situation in China. It's not looking too good for Ming. Well, okay, Yangshu is still their capital at least. But yeah, they've lost a lot of territory, let's just put it that way. So, Ottomans, are you... You would take the peace deal now. But what about Ajam? Would you take the... No, you still not take the peace deal. We haven't sieged down much of their lands, to be fair. Oh, are you fighting? No, you're not fighting a war yet. Karakunul does have a bit of troops. I suspect that we might want to go and chase down that army that they have over here, entering my lands again. Which way are they going? They are going... Oh. They're going to Tikrit. Well, they were going to Tikrit. Now they realise that, oh crap, we're getting chased down. And change directions. Ah, right, now we're getting another government reform. So, the next one's going to be Divine Cause. We're going to either safeguard the holy site, which gives us 4 defense plus 15%, and closure would be more loyal, which would be quite handy. Combat Heresy, which gives more morale of armies and more shock damage. That's also quite nice. Explosive Heathens. Development cost goes down and cultural conversion cost goes down quite a bit. Or we can get, or we can see the moral skills of selectable heirs, and we get tech costs. Now, technically speaking, for especially playing tall, this would be probably the best one, in my opinion. Explosive Heathens could be quite handy if you want to convert a lot of the lands. But I think we're going to go with the Combat Heresy. That's basically what we've been doing. Well, Heresy and everything else that we're fighting. So now we'll do even more fire damage. You won't be escaping there. We do have 18,000 men over there now. Oh, there we go. We caught the army, and this is going to be quite an easy victory, I reckon. Although we did take a bit of casualties there. There we go. Are they willing to take the peace deal yet? Nope. Again, Ottomans would. I suppose if the Ottomans do, we'll also take a bit of money. 140 ducats is not a lot. It's better than nothing, though. It is, in fact, enough to turn, for example, let's see, Damascus to level 3. It's going to have a lot of production anyway, so that's actually going to be quite handy. Then we're going to start coring all of that. And we're going to start moving troops back home. This is the troops at Antioch, so you'll head to Antioch, I suppose, and these are from Jerusalem, so they can head down that way. We do still have quite a bit of various under-related problems that we might have to deal with. I'm going to move this one back to Constantinople. At least it's kind of a safe location there. Should be getting a decent bit of money after this war. Well, there's the spoils of war 140. There's still 40 ducats at least. And there's quite a bit on the... Well, there's a decent bit on the reinforcements. Not necessarily as much as I think that it would be. I suppose one of the things is we are over the governing capacity again. Not much, mind you, but we are slightly over it. And we need to save the points to... Oh, question of rights. Cede Bosnia to Jerusalem. We'll lose the claim. I'll leave it be for now. We're going to afford losing a bit of prestige. So it would be the... Right, that would actually be quite handy. Incompetent diplomacy. Okay, well, that's not good. We've got 73% overextension, but hopefully that will get sorted out soon. How long do we have truce with Mamluks right now? 11 years, so we've got time to do a war against Carthage and Lu, but we'll probably put down some of the rebellions first. And this army could probably expand a bit further. Not much, mind you, so we'll probably hold off on that one for now. Start converting some more provinces in the meanwhile. So, yeah, the religious unity is pretty good, I dare say. The conversion speed has dropped a decent bit, though. Let's go ahead and get you doing some rebel suppression on the eastern areas in here. Then the Marines can take care of the Western Anatolia as well as Bulgaria. And Albania and all that. Serbia. Well, basically the Balkans and Western Anatolia. Get another conversion underway. We did lose some of the conversion speed for a while, didn't we? Oh, right, and let's go ahead and see some more land. So now we're at 78%. Okay, it wasn't a bit... It's a bit less than what I was hoping for. But it's still a decent amount in the end. Oh, truce with Somalia has ended. Constantinople is now a seat of... Oh, right, we got another cardinal. Speaking of which, how much are we getting influence per year? 16? We could improve relations with the Pope to improve that even further, actually. Religious tensions. You know what? We're going to take a slightly less money from there. Where was that anyway? Well, regardless of where it was, it's probably not the end of the world. Oh, we didn't actually have claims on these. I see. Right, we could get another manufacturer in the meanwhile. Ah, Damascus, yes. We'll get one there. That's going to be a lot of money. It's going to take a while to be built, admittedly, but did we actually manage to get the... No, Holy City of Jerusalem, we're still building that up to level 2. We could maybe afford spending a little bit manpower to speed that up. About, what, 10, 20%? Somewhere around there per push there. We are getting manpower back fairly quickly, almost 2,000 per month right now. Although that's something that we might want to increase a bit further. In places like, well, Athens is going to get another one of these. For sure, and I suppose Constantinople could get an upgrade there. So that will probably increase our max manpower well past 150,000 at least, which was kind of the goal to get to a short-term goal, mind you. We're not going to be able to get the conversion speed improvement soon. We're getting some of the soldier households, so Lesbos is going to get one. We might want to increase the development there, quite frankly. Mostly increase the manpower, quite frankly, but get a little bit of production as well. So now we could build up a... Oh, Great Britain and Russia have ended. And they immediately embargo me. I don't blame them necessarily. They're still fighting Oirats. We don't have a diplomat available right now. What do we have for Karakunyanlu? What could we do with the spy? We could... Oh, actually, we could steal maps. It's not a bad idea. Persia. We'll steal the maps to Persia. And then we're going to recall the diplomat from there. So now we know a lot more about this area. So there's the impassable terrains in there, so that's not a problem. But in future, that's going to allow us to expand our things a lot further in that way. So we've still got pretty good amount of income of cash and all that. And we're getting the Cardinal in Tuscany. Oh, right, now we are no longer ahead of time. Go ahead and get these techs. Get the better cavalry. As well as better cannons. I think we're going to go for the... Oh, hold on a minute. That's... No, that's not a new one. What is that? Oh, it is. Right, okay. I'm going to go with the leather cannon. Almost at 40% armor pressure. I suppose one of the things... This one's not... yeah, you can just start drilling there, I suppose. While you are still, hopefully, doing some rebels. There's actually not a lot of rebels to suppress, quite frankly. I guess this army could also do a little bit of drilling. Get the professionalism going up. We need to get at least 40%. We're definitely behind in that. Although, oh, hold on a minute. We can get the stability back up to +3. Let's have a look at the army. So we got the third largest army that we know of, which is probably the third largest army in the world now. We got a slightly larger army than Russia, although they got a lot more manpower and their force limit is a lot higher. And that's good to keep in mind. If we do have a look at the army quality, so in morale we got the highest by far, with not all that high in discipline, or siege ability, or defensiveness. Professionalism, we're actually in the top 10 at least, as far as we can tell. And of our sort of most direct rivals or enemies, this, well, I mean, Haza's got a pretty good one. The tradition, we also are pretty high, so our general should be relatively good. But a lot of the time they're not. Our total income is... Oh, wow, actually, here, we're the biggest income by far. Now, to be fair, that's not a surprise, to be fair. We've kind of known that for a while now. But if we have a look at taxation, we're the biggest one. In production, we're not. France is actually a bigger producer, but we got a pretty good trade income. Get a little bit from gold, but not too much. And that's about it in terms of incomes. But yeah, France is still a very dangerous enemy. Spain is also quite dangerous, considering that they got Lithuania as a junior partner now. But of course, Spain is one of our allies, so we don't need to be too scared about them necessarily. Not right now, anyway. Oh, there's some Venetian separatists happening. So, Papal State does like me, I think. So I could either start focusing on expanding a bit further east. There's a bit of Ottoman separatists over here, which might fire soon. Hopefully it's not going to be too bad. But we could do a war against Karakunyanlu. I have a feeling that we would be able to take quite a bit of land from them. Especially if we could get a little bit more down here to then do the war against Imereti and Circassia. And Russia's got... Oh, they've got a lot of... Well, it's not large armies there, but a lot of smaller noble rebellions. We're going to start losing a little bit of prestige. We've still got 85. But yeah, we're not getting too much monarch points right now. We're not actually also making too much cash right now. Admittedly, the armor maintenance is pretty high. Oh, and conversion successful. Revolt in Denzili. That's... Okay, there's a bit too strong army, so I'm just going to go send this one out to deal with it. That'll be more than enough. And we can also start converting more. So hopefully these conversions are going to be slightly faster at this point. Some of them will be, some of them won't be. Don't have too much construction going on right now. We could have another... Oh, bollocks, they managed to actually seize that one down. Well, that's a bloody inconvenience. So we could get a little bit more manufacturers. I suspect that there might be... Oh yeah, Kabulia is pretty one. Astoria could be another one. And is there actually any good locations for workshops? I suspect there might be. Some of them are okay. Not necessarily massively good. Oh, sale of titles. Ooh. I don't want to lose land, so I'm just going to say no, it cannot be bought. And there we go, that's a lot of cores done. So yeah, that's most of the overextension dealt with. Another conversion done as well. We'll get that underway. So I'd say, overall, we're doing pretty darn strong. There's still a little bit more conquering that we need to do in several directions. I suppose Dongola is an easy nation to fight. They are Shias. They have no allies. We could basically just extend our terrain quite a bit there. But I think what we'll do is we'll wait until we get the professionalism of 40% at least before we worry about that one. Ooh, closure political struggle. We'll reduce their influence a bit. I'm just going to let that grow for now. Not too worried about it. Amelie, I think while we're waiting for the stuff to sort of recover after all these rebellions and all that, there's not too many rebellions actually right now. Gain the core and convert it in Kyrgyz. So it's down here. Ah, right, it's over there. I know. Remember that I had seen the name somewhere not that long ago during this very recording session, but I didn't remember where exactly it was. Right, so we'll just get this army to do a bit of conquest in Dongola, and that'll probably be quite an easy war. They've got 8,000 men. They would even be willing to be vassalized, to be fair. But I don't think we need to worry about that one, so we'll do that. And the army in Tunis can return drilling, or resume drilling, so we'll just deal with this quite easily. We'll just drop a siege on all the provinces while we move through. Can't catch them in here either, to be fair. There we go, that's one siege done. It's going to be a little bit slower for us to move through here, though, so that's a partial issue. But we can keep on moving along the Nile, at least, without a worry in the world, quite frankly. We'll recall the diplomat from Papal States. But at least now we're getting even more influence. Yeah, about close to 19 influence. Especially once we get the Jerusalem upgraded. Could actually spend a bit of money to speed that up. Okay, I think it's about 10% that you get sped up there or something. Well, somewhere around there. But yeah, now it's going to be done in 2 years or so. That ain't too bad. I'm going to go ahead and get the army in here. Siege down Dongola faster. The Lantern of Light. The heretical book of the Lantern of Light claims that the principal cause of the persecution of the original Christians was the illegal retention of precious goods by priests. It also goes on to compare the seats of archbishops or bishops with those of the Antichrist. This book has been found in the possession of a relapsed heretic that, despite many years in prison and many tearful abjurations, still seems to refuse to change his ways. I'm going to get the prestige out of that. Right, this should be done a lot faster now. Oh, Portugal announced me as a rival again. Aha. Good. Well, can we... Right, we can get the forgive usury now. Oh, there we go. We suddenly got a lot more information about the Horn of Africa. We're about time, really. But now we know where the armies are. That'll make moving troops through here a lot easier. So we haven't had any battles with them yet. And thus, we haven't got on the war score that we need, but we should be able to annex that pretty much entirely. Oh, well, we stacked a smaller army, and now we can catch this army. Oh, support dissidents abroad. Yeah, sure. We'll support that. Mamluks probably hate me, but they already do. I don't think we're going to get above minus 200 with them, but with the accuracy expansion that we have. Even if we tried, but that's not the goal anyway. We'll try to basically annex them sooner or later, so it's all according to plan. Go ahead and get these sieges done. Buys a little bit more time. Although we've done all the coring already, admittedly, so it's not too a good deal. If we take all of this, who's going to be called? No, it's not going to cause any new coalition. We take the money. There we go. Now we can cleanse heresy in Ethiopia. Actually, I think we already had that possibility. No, no, we didn't, because that's impassable terrain. Right, well, let's go ahead and send this one up to Aswan. Start coring all of this. And we can probably start converting another province in the meanwhile. So now we own East Sahara. There we go. Oh, Ethiopia is actually spread out pretty far into the west here. That's an interesting development. Can we have a bit more ships? We could have a few more. Just thinking about maybe getting another 5 galleys in here. Or galleots in this case, I suppose. Could also upgrade the existing ones. How much would it cost to upgrade this fleet? Most of the cash that we had available, but we'll do that. Oh dear, we lost the Admiral. 2430. That's not too bad. It's not actually the best Admiral, but it's good enough for our needs. So one of the things that we should probably start doing is expanding this army again. We'll probably leave it like 18 infantry, 2 cavalry, and then 10 artillery or something like that. Maybe we can go even heavier on the artillery, quite frankly. Well, we got the armies in here. How about you start doing some rebel suppression in our southern areas here? But now, we've still got one army doing the drilling, so that's good. At least we'll be able to get some of that done. The Ottomans are quite squeezed in here now with the Typhon even. And that's a conversion done. Let's get this army back to Antioch. So, how long do we have the truce with Mamluks? We've got another 7 years. And 10 years with Ottomans. So we could perhaps do the war against Karakayunlu soon. How much of an army would they have? They would be willing to become an ally, to be fair. But if we were to attack them, that's, let's see, 94,152. So it's more than what I have, but how much of that is actually stronger than what I have? So it's probably not that much in the end. We could also perhaps start annexing Herzegovina at some point. They don't like me enough, though, to do that, but we can start improving relations with them once again. Been a while. Although it's good to have, like, a small armies to... or small vessel to clear out some other things, but at the same time, it's not really needed right now. We've still got the claims in here, we kind of do want those areas. Although then it's going to make the border even more confusing, with 2 different white nations. White in map color, that is. We'll distrust the Heathens a bit more. I don't want to lose a cardinal. Oh, are the British... Oh... Right, there's a British fleet over there, so Spain is fighting Iroquois and Great Britain. And Britain is fighting, presumably, Spain, Lithuania, and the Spanish colonies. Okay. Well, I mean, that's going to keep them busy, I suppose. But yeah, if we wanted to do a war against Ethiopia, how strong would they be? Not strong at all, really. So we could maybe start getting our way towards... where do we have the claims down here? Yeah, this entire state. Tigray. So we could go ahead and start conquering some more land down there, or at least get a border with Somalia, so that next war that we fight against them, which is probably going to be the next war against Mamluks, let's be honest, then we can clear out a bit more of it. Actually, you know what? We can probably send the Knights of Jerusalem back up north. Stop the rebel suppression there. You can take over the rebel suppression in the south. It's a bit of long distance, admittedly. It'll be fine. I think we might want to also get a fort here somewhere. Start building a fort right about there. So that's going to cover a lot of these parts here. Maybe we'll also build a fort in Aswan at some point, because that is a nice bottleneck there. And those two will basically protect most of the inner Egypt in here. There we go. Another conversion completed. How's the religious map looking like right now, anyway? There's a lot of Catholics still. Ooh, Europe is a mess. It's a real mess. Austrians are still technically speaking Catholics, but there's a lot of Reformed and Protestants in their territories. Then, of course, the Polish are Protestants. A large chunk of northern Germany is Protestant. Then, northwestern Germany, there's a bit of Reformed, as well as the Dutch, of course, are Reformed. All the Nordics are Protestant. Then, of course, there's the Anglicans and all that. But how is it looking in here? There's a lot of Hindus in India, and that doesn't really surprise me, to be fair. And Confucians, Shinto, a little bit of Tengri, but there's a lot of Orthodox as well, now that the Russians have started spreading in here. Alright, could we actually get on more training fields? Ooh, Damietta would be... Oh, that would be pretty epic. Another 4,000 manpower, essentially. So how much is that going to be? We're getting about 2,000 per month. Ooh, right. needed. The spike's taking the throne. We could go for another merchant. That's another 1100 ducats. That's going to allow us to improve our... Oh, that's a good stats as well. I hope that the traits are going to be good. Right. Let's see what the traits are going to be. Oh, unpopular mathematician. We're going to avoid losing a bit of prestige for innovation. We've got already fairly decent innovation. With 69.5. It's pretty nice. We're still a bit behind in admin tech, so since we're doing all the coring, we might actually want to get another mill idea group to make our... I think we're just going to go with the quality, quite frankly. That's going to make our troop perform... Oh, Spike is a battling buffoon. That's not good. But Pious, and the natural scientist that we had, has died, unfortunately. Could go for the missionary strength advisor, actually. Because that is going to allow us to do the conversions a lot faster. And thus the religious unity is going to be better among everything else. Ooh, the Pope is the career controller. Well, good on them. I'm going to get the Diplo reputation up now, since we are probably going to start annexing Herzegovina soon enough, once we get the chance. Oh. Oh, right, that's the development cost reduction there, that's good. How much? Oh, wow, there is a lot of career offers. We are contributing a decent bit overall. We may need to start investing a little bit on becoming the career controller at some point, because that would give us a lot of... oh, merchants landed. A lot of good options for diplomacy. But, right, we've got a lot of money now. Let's go ahead and get a... Oh, we don't have the as-cheap manufacturing buildings anymore. You know what? First of all, we're going to build a few soldier households. Our village is going to get one. And also a state house somewhere. I suppose... Actually, we'll put one over there, because that does have impact on the entire state, so it should be helping with Cairo as well, because that is fairly high development costs in there. Speaking of governing capacity, we are actually slightly below the limit. It's not a hard limit anyway, but at least we're slightly below that. Next year, we should be able to see some more lands if we want to. We probably do want to. We'll just need to... We'll wait with the mission until then. Oh, and Bedouins... lose some unrest. That's actually not bad. Now, one of the things that I might want to do... We're not building anything in Constantinople right now. No, so we could actually change the culture to Greek. It's going to be fairly quick. Well, I say that. It's actually going to take quite a few months. But it doesn't cost as much. Because it's original culture, and there's adjacent stuff in there. So we'll start working on that one. Probably that'll go just fine. But I do see that we are actually out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like or subscribe if you haven't already. Also got the links down below in the description, but other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.